And we are live. Yan, nandito na naman po tayo sa isang umaatikabong kwentuhan, ang kwentuhan Cuatro Cantos. Yan, taso ano bang meron sa atin ngayon?
Ng hapon. Magandang tanghali. Ito, pag-usapan natin yung mga bagay-bagay na hindi na dapat pinag-uusapan pero gusto natin pag-usapan. Mga pag-usapan natin kung ano tayo ngayon, pare. Wala tayong pakialam ngayon sa kahit na anong relasyon. Pag-uusapan lang natin ngayon tungkol sa basketball. Nag-imbita tayo, pare, ng mga mahuhusay. Yung mga, hindi naman sila mga, ng mga professional. Pero
Mga
sila yung
enthusiast, mga NBA enthusiast, mga kaibigan nating NBA enthusiast na magtatalakay ngayon. Yan.
tama.
Pero bago ang lahat, siyempre, ang paborito kong parte ng ating programa, ang disclaimer. Yan.
Disclaimer mo na.
Again, guys, no? Disclaimer lang, ang programang K4K Podcast na ang layunin ay maghatid ng kasiyahan at diskusyonan sa mga bagay na pangkaraniwang pinag-uusapan ng mga kalalakihan, lalo na pag nagiinuman. Yan, parang talaga ako nagrarap, ano? Kami ay naghahayag ng sarili naming opinion sa mga paksa na tinatalakay at kami mga host nito ay hindi eksperto dito. Maaari kami mag-imbita ng mga guests na eksperto sa paksa na tinatalakay, ngunit ito ay kinakailangan lamang. Ang mga guest namin ngayon ay hindi eksperto. Yan, maidagdag ko lang dito sa ating disclaimer. No? Again, kami ay mga enthusiast lamang ng NBA at pag-uusapan namin kung anong alam namin mga opinion lahat. Yan. Ang programang ito ay naglalaman ng salita, aksyon, reaksyon at mga bagay na di angkop sa mga kabataang 17 years old pababa. Ano ang kailangan, Taso?
18 years old pa, mama.
Yan. Very good. So, patnubay ng magulang ay kailangan. At kung kayo ay magulang, kayo nang bahala mag-explain sa inyong mga anak kung ano ang mga naririnig nilang kapakan. Yan. Okay. So, pakilala natin yung mga guest natin. Yan. Mga guest, pasok. Yan. Yan po. Yan. So, ngayon po, may mga guest tayo, ang ating kaibigan na mga basketball enthusiast din. Si Brian, si Burger, at si Samo. Yan, may kanya-kanyang goat. At gusto nyo ba magpakilala? Brian, simulan mo na.
Okay. Ako pala si Brian, pero Brian, they finally call me that. So for me, ang team ko now is really Lakers eh. But if you would think, is it LeBron or not? But it's more on Austin Reeves at this point. So kaya Los Angeles Lakers pa rin. But ever since Kobe talaga, Kobe fan ako din si Los Angeles Lakers. But for me now, in this league, the best player and I idolize really at this point, si Nikola Jokic. So that's why si Jokic kasi it's I mean overall stat pad eh. And not only that, he brings the team to the peak. So that's why si Jokic. And then my GOAT would be of course Kobe Bryant all the way.
Yan.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. How about ikaw, Burger? Anong iyong introduction?
Magandang tanghali sa lahat ng mga nakikinig sa Kwentuang Cuatro Cantos. Salamat sa pagsama sa amin ngayon. At salamat din sa inyo, Tasho at Edu, sa pag-invite sa amin. Ako si Bergs at ang team ko ay Oklahoma City Thunder. I've been a fan for more than a decade. And currently, and will always be sa tingin ko, ang aking paboritong player ay si Larry Bird. Pero sa discussion na ito, ang ating GOAT ay si... Ready na ba kayo? Ready na ba kayo magalit? Magkakauratan na to. Pero maririnig natin mamaya kung ano yung dahilan. Pero it's LBJ, King James, LeBron James as the GOAT for me.
King James. Tingnan, hintayin natin yan. Hintayin natin.
Chosen one.
Siguro, isa na lang yung natitira. Si Samu na lang. Si Samu na lang yung natitira. Yan. Mic check.
Malakas ba? Okay ba?
Goods lang.
Samo, usual guest dito. Na-invite ako most of the time. Well, for me, ang teams na fina-follow ko right now sa NBA is the Dallas Mavericks and the Milwaukee Bucks. So, East-West. So, meron tayong bala on both conference. And Well, for me, right, ang favorite player ko is, of course, Jason Kidd, all time. Pero ang ang pina-follow ko na current player right now is medyo, actually mainstream na siya eh. Pero yeah, it's Luka Doncic. Syempre,
Dallas pa rin.
let's go Mavs. And of course, ang GOAT ko, tataka nga ako ba't may debate eh. Pero sige na nga, ang GOAT ko, syempre si Michael Jordan.
Yan.
Mm.
Yan. Ikaw, Tasyo,
Ikaw ba eh?
sinong ano mo?
Ikaw muna.
Ako muna, fine. So, ako, syempre, host nyo ako, malamang kilala nyo na ako. Malamang kilala nyo na rin kung ano yung team ko, di ba? Hindi ko na lang kailangan sabihin. Kailangan ko na lang yumuko para makita nyo kung ano yung team ko. New York Knicks ang team ko ngayon. Dahil nakatira ako dito, favorite player ko, actually, mula bata ako, favorite ko si Michael Jordan. And then, nagkaroon ako ng time na naging favorite ko si Steve Nash. Ang current na pina-follow ko ngayon, syempre, si Jalen Bronson. Yan. And SGA. Yan.
Hey.
Gusto natin si SGA. Yan yung mga player na gusto natin. Ikaw, Tasyo.
Simula nang natuto ko mag-basketball, paborito kong player si Rodman. Pero ang simula, ever since, I'm a Boston fan. Green ang dugo ko. Mahal na mahal ko yung sinabi ni Berger na Larry Legend. Love you, pare.
Larry Legend.
Larry
Let's
Legend.
go.
Pinaka-paborito ko talagang player is si Kevin Garnett. Yan. Attitude-wise, lahat. Ngayon, pina-follow kong player. Hindi porket na Boston ako, Tatum. Hindi, wala akong pina-follow. Parang for a team ako. Siguro sabihin ko na lang, wala akong feel na player ngayon. Gusto ko kasing sakitan eh. So wala ang ganun ngayon.
Wala na kasi si Sasa Pachulia eh.
Wala na.
Sa
Pero,
paboritong player.
paborito kong player yun, Sasa Pachulia. Pero ang GOAT ko talaga is si Black Jesus, pare.
Yan.
Ever see Black Jesus.
Di ba si
Joe.
si Black Bon Jovi?
So pare, ganito tayo ha. Defend nyo kung sino, bakit, kung ano. So umpisa natin ulit.
So gusto mo pabaliktad? Unahin
Baliktad
natin yung nagsabi ng bakit may debate. No?
Narinig niyo ba?
Natin yung nasa opisina. Ikaw muna, nasa opisina.
Diba?
Sige.
Sensya niyo na yung mga kaopisina ko sa background.
Mukhang
Masyado silang formal.
nagre-research pa para sa'yo eh.
Ayun. Well, actually, if you're a fan of the NBA, I believe personally, kung sagradong fan ka ng basketball, 9 out of 10 Michael Jordan yan as the GOAT. Siyempre, in terms of legacy, in terms of his impact as a basketball player, his achievements, and the story behind on how he accomplished everything. So I'm not gonna parang focus more on the legacy because everybody knows naman na he was the reason why the NBA is widely credited globally during the 1980s and the 1990s. He was actually the first player of his kind. Took the league on his shoulders alone. Started the first individual shoe deals, commercial deals, yung player branding na sinasabi natin ngayon. And aside from sa mga achievements niya and yung timeline niya and story niya sa basketball, post-career, he was the first black minority owner. Siya lang naman yung parang black person na talagang merong franchise or owned ang isang franchise. And considering that he's the most popular basketball athlete in America, kahit retired na siya 25 years ago, he's still in everybody's mind. So everything is tossed up. So if you will put everything in a nutshell on Jordan's career, he came to the league in 1984, convincingly won the Rookie of the Year versus who? Hakeem. Averaged 28 points. took the cocaine circus Bulls to the playoffs. It's just that they lost with to the Milwaukee Bucks that year. And then during his formative years, he was considered one of the best or top 5 NBA players. Walang rookie na nakagawa ng ganon. 6-time NBA champion from 91 to 93, 96 to 98. 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 5-time most valuable player, 1988. Help me with this. 91, 92, 96, 98 kasi 97 ata si Karl Malone. Okay. All-NBA first team, All-NBA defensive first team, 10-time NBA scoring champion, most number of best performances out of 100 greatest games in the in NBA. So out of 100 NBA games, yung best greatest games, like 20% came from Michael. 1-0 but gold in 84 and 92. Outstanding record of 30-0 in international games. Siyempre, first si Jason Kidd, 46-0. Yeah. Never got swept. Sandali lang never got swept in a 7-game series. Ano lang, inaano ko lang. Maraming what ifs What if the Celtics and the Bulls met when it was a 7-game series? Probably he could win 1 game at home. Pero what ifs, I'm not gonna focus on that. Pero never got swept in a 7-game series. Never took the final series into a 7-game. Laging game 6. Convincing na talagang nananalo siya. Number 1 in almost all advanced stats. Offensive and defensive plus minus. Number 1 in almost all media survey. Ewan ko ba yun talaga yung lumalabas The Athletics, number 1. Breacher, number 1. ESPN, and even NBA. Number 1 in almost all player survey since 2014 to 2019. Wala pa namang update nitong mga 2020s. So baka andyan na si LeBron, emerging na. And I'm talking about retired, HOF, and active players.
Yeah.
So for me, yun, and the story on how we did it, considering the formative years of 22 to 25 years old, highest peak, at his age of 28 to 31, post-prime, he still had a championship run, which is 33 to 36 years old. Yun yung second three-peat niya.
Mm-hmm.
All in one franchise. Never demanded players. Never complained with the management. Never asked for a trade. So, ako convincingly, out of 11 healthy seasons for Michael, gave the franchise 6. 2 three-peats, which is, I believe, the separator to most of the players. So when they talk about numbers of rings, yeah, Bill got 11, pero hindi pa nag-merge yung ABA noon and NBA. Not until 1978. So if I will have if I will compare that era pre-78 to post-78, siguro I could say na yung 78 to the current era, that's considered the modern basketball. Kasi talagang nag-merge na nun Wala nang ibang league kundi NBA na lang. And when you talk about eras to eras, diba, sinasabi nila the evolution of the game, when Curry effed up the game itself, people are like shooting threes and stuff. But it's actually not an evolution for me. It's more of a revelation
Mm-hmm.
Kasi look at the top players right now. Jokic, Luka. Them alone, they're fundamentally sound players. You can just not rely on, alam mo yun, athleticism, and at the same time, you can't be that enamored in the 3-point shot. If you will compare the game before and now, Jordan actually is the most prominent player fundamentally. And if you put him to any era, I believe he will still be the same. Yung competitiveness, the culture that he is, na he is very territorial. Yun yung I believe na nami-miss natin lahat dito eh.
Mhm.
We're living in the moment eh. He has no left. We're done with the 90s. We're done with the 80s. But not really. So you would say, like for example, kay Burger, sinabi ko sa kanya, if you put Larry Bird, a prime Larry Bird, in today's game, be careful what you wish for. Di ba?
Carry
Be careful
Yeah.
what you wish for.
Ra-
Oh,
ra-
yeah, I mean, great players for me, regardless of era, when you put them in a certain timeline of basketball, I believe that they will compete and then they will retain their greatness.
yeah. Wrap up mo,
Well, for
wrap up
me,
mo siya, Sam. Wrap up mo siya.
just to wrap up everything na I believe na Jordan, the story itself and how he did things, how he became the best player in the league, and at the same time how he achieved his individual how achieved those awards for himself and how he took the league on his shoulders alone. Yun siguro yung nagsosolidify sa kanya na
Yan.
na for me the GOAT to myself and to everyone else na
Naniniwala, no? Katulad,
naniniwala for.
yeah, katulad ko, isa ako doon sa naniniwala ako na GOAT natin si Michael Jordan, ano? Siyempre, una-una sa lahat, 90s yan ang kinalakihan ko. 'Di ba? Gusto ko sanang unahin si Kobe Bryant eh. Kasi alam mo na, medyo maganda yung tension kapag yung LeBron James yung huling nagsalita. 'Di ba?
Oo, gusto ko. Kasi medyo, sorry Kobe fans pero medyo na-disregard kasi si Kobe in terms of passion. Pero
Yung GOAT ano lang naman yung GOAT conversation. Hindi naman kasi parang for me napaka-iksi nung stint ni Kobe, 'di ba? Dahil na-overshadow nga nung dalawang dominant din na ano. But anyway, ito ipakinggan natin si si Mr. Brian, no? Brian Kagayan. Bakit si Kobe? Yeah.
Okay, sige. So first, we look at the term greatest of all time. So why it was coined, bakit ba yung tinawag? Because it's a given, you perform on highest level on a given area or field. And on my end, I believe it's Kobe Bryant with his illustrious career from 1996 to 2016. So when he was drafted number 13th pick by the Charlotte Hornets, and then really it fueled him, surpassing. I mean, arguably that's the best draft ever, the 1996 draft, and he was picked behind those players like Allen Iverson, and it fueled him. And then when he was traded to Los Angeles Lakers, kumbaga parang he owned it that this is my team. And then with Shaquille, of course, they fueled their tandem to achieve their goals and having a three-peat during that period of time. But then when he was 18 years old, he was competing already at the highest level, even comparing himself with Michael Jordan, his idol. So we're not overshadowing kung ano yung naging impact ni MJ with him, but it's how he revolutionized the game. So it's not only copying what MJ did, but also writing his own history. So that's the main difference with how Kobe brought his career. And then also having in that between, I mean, the era of MJ and LeBron James, he had the best of both worlds. That's what I could say. So when the game was evolving, Kobe was there. So Kobe was there when the league was pretty much, being dominated by the bigs. And then Kobe was there when Stephen Curry is hitting threes and all of the guards. So, kumbaga, on his end, he revolutionized the game, and that way, what makes him the best, in my point of view. So, coming from Lower Marion High School, and then winning the McDonald's All-Star Games, and then having 5 championships, 2 final MVPs, and then 1 NBA regular MVP, and then 18-time All-Star, and then 2 Olympic gold medal. So that's what I could say, what made him the best. Okay, and then his competitiveness. So if I may bank on that, because some of the terminologies that is being tagged to Kobe Bryant, it's not coincidence really. Kumbaga, there's a lot of meaning behind it. So let's say, for example, the Mamba mentality. So he was watching, let's say, Kill Bill way back, 2003, and then said that, okay, I'm gonna coin myself Mamba mentality. So being competitive and being the best at all times. So I believe I've already mentioned it when we are having conversations before na, kumbaga, parang Mamba mentality is there already with MJ. It's just that it's not being coined yet. There's a different terminologies, let's say, just being competitive. But Kobe Bryant leveled it up with Mamba mentality and with being the best, and not only with that, being the best in the sport, but also best as a teammate. So there's very less negative that you would hear about Kobe, except siguro yung mga issue kay Smoosh Parker before. But apart from that, he's really a good teammate, and he really excelled into being a good example. You're going to the gym at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to set an example with his teammates. So that's it. And then also going to scoring records. And MSG scored 61 points against MJ during that time. And then he dropped 55 points versus Washington at a certain period of time, and then scored 81 points versus Toronto Raptors. So in that sense, not only with scoring, but just to give a highlight on what he's been doing during those period of times. So yeah. And then just few more points in terms of why Kobe is, I think, the GOAT, is that he became a better teammate. He became tougher in his era. You know, having the era or having experienced the era of MJ and with Kobe, with LeBron, he became tougher as a player and he evolved in his game. Kumbaga, he played through injuries, Achilles injury, etc. And yung number one sa kanya talaga is fans eh. Because if I know that I'm the greatest player, why would I leave the game that I love? So, not putting a shade on MJ, but if I were,
Shots
kumbaga
fired.
Kobe fan, I would really love the game in the first place. So, yeah. And then, and he got the respect from his peers. And then, yeah, like what I've said, the Mamba mentality. And one of the factors as well is yung longevity. So it could be a factor as well with LBJ, but as far as I could see it, with a 20-year illustrious career, kumbaga, he gave his all, and apart from that, outside of basketball, he became a director before he died, and he really made an impact not only with as a player, but also as a coach with yung team ni Gigi before he died. So with that short span of time that he lived here in Earth, I think he became a good example, and he set the bar for the greatest player for NBA. Yeah, I think that's it for me, Ed and Tasha. Thank you.
Yan. Salamat. Yan. No? Napakaganda ng mga sinabi mo. Actually, pare, isa sa mga napansin ko sa kay Kobe Bryant is yung impact talaga niya sa NBA worldwide. Mas maraming nanood ng NBA nung may Kobe Bryant. Kaya doon nga 'di ba nabuo yung pagka nagtatapon ka ng basura sumisigaw ka ng Kobe. 'Di ba? So yung impact talaga niya sa basketball is talaga napakalaki. Yan.
Ako hindi. Hindi pa rin. Lakers yun eh.
Siyempre, Boston ka eh, no? Ayan. So,
Okay.
hinihintay
Sa
natin.
sa pinaka-controversial natin kay Will.
Oo. Ayan. Si Bergs. Take it away, Bergs.
Okay. LeBron has been in the league for 21 years, no? And kaya na sabi ni Bri, the longevity. Kaya sa mo naman, his main points are coming from a statistical point of view and of course the accolades. He didn't touch on too much sa kanyang legacy, pero I think when we're talking about the greatest of all time, one of the things that we want to consider is how they began, how they are in the middle of their careers, and how they are at the end of their career. The thing with LeBron James is he has been touted as the chosen one from the very beginning. At 17 years old, even before he came into the league, siya na yung sobrang taas na ng pressure sa kanya. Coming into the league, he became the best player straight away. No? Well, syempre, it can be argued na hindi, meron pa rin mga ibang players na mas malakas sa kanya gaya ni Kobe, Pero sa span ng 21 years niya and still counting, he has been the best player in each of the teams that he played. Pero yung isa pa natin kailangan tingnan kasi sa tingin ko, apart from just the statistics, is how he was the best player on each team that he played on. Oo, 4 lang yung championships niya. Oo, less yung kanyang defensive player of the year, less yung kanyang mga Pero isipin niyo sa akin, sa paniniwala ko lang, 20 years from now, siguro at today, MJ is the GOAT today. Pero this is the greatest of all time kasi, sa discussion natin. And I believe 20 years from now, he will be named the greatest of all time. Siguro, pagkatapos na mag-settle down ng lahat ng tao sa galit nila kay LeBron. Kasi he's still going at it, 24 points per game sa age na ito. Sa ganong kahabang career, masyadong matindi na ma-discount yung kanyang contributions sa game. You have to see how far he's taken the league. Nakapag-champion pa rin siya in 2020. Dun sa stint niya ng consecutive finals appearances, he lost a few times and he also won. For me, one of the biggest things that makes me consider him as the greatest of all time 20 years from now, or siguro malapit na rin ngayon, is how he rose from the ashes ba. With all that pressure, so una sa lahat ng pressure sa kanya na sinasabi na dapat mag-perform siya. All that pressure, 82 games, and sa playoff series niya sa lahat ng teams, he has to perform it. So the intense pressure that he has to play with for every single game has never been seen before. Si Kobe was selected 13th sa draft.
13th, yeah.
Wala siya na feel na ganong level ng pressure. Dun sa argument na ibang tao na hindi natalo si MJ sa finals. Yes. Pero kay LeBron kasi sa akin sa nakikita ko yung pagbangon ba. Mas mahirap yun . It's a tougher situation to be in, to come from underneath, to come from a villain role and still succeed. And he's still at it right now. He's 6'8", 6'7", 250, 260 pound machine that just keeps on going. The biggest question that I want to leave sa ating sa lahat na nanonood, sa lahat ng mga nanggigigil kay LBJ is how far does LeBron need to go to even be truly considered as the GOAT? Na kung manalo ba siya ng 5th and 6th and 7th championship, matatapos na ba yung debate? Or does he still need to get the defensive player of the year, all of lahat ng awards na yun before that even happens? Sa tingin ko kasi it's no longer just awards . Ngayon pumapasok na rin pati yung opinions lang talaga ng mga tao na kahit na makuha niya lahat ng awards yun, I don't think people are gonna stop hating on him . That's why sa akin 20 years from now pa, 15 years, 20 years from now pa, bago siya ma-name as the greatest of all time. He started out as the best. He's now still being considered as one of the best kahit ganito na siya katagal sa buong league. I think ang dami ko na-miss na mga points sa sobrang excitement. Pero siguro mamaya doon sa mga questions niyo pwede nating mapalabas. One last point. Siguro, pero ito manggigigil lahat ng tao sa akin siguro dito. His move to the Miami Heat. His move to the Miami Heat. I think this is what everybody else is gonna blow up on once they see this. The choice that he had to make moving to the Miami Heat from the Cleveland Cavaliers, the decision, was such a big issue sa mga tao. Kasi why would you join other players who were at their prime just so you can win a ring? Sa akin kasi it's a personal choice . It's the choice of a player. NBA teams won't think twice of cutting players that they think will help the roster and will help them win championships. So shouldn't we give that same credit to these players who are deciding for themselves? Kasi tayo, nobodies lang naman tayo kay LeBron no? 20 years, 30 years from now, even though we think that he shouldn't have joined, it doesn't really affect whether he wins a championship or not. So coming to the Miami Heat was a business decision para sa akin. Oh, yes, of course, the fans hated it. Kahit ako nun, nagulat din naman ako nun Pero hindi naman kasi ako, wala pa ako sa GOAT debate nung time na yun But then, it was a logical and reasonable business decision. No matter what other people say, and no matter how much hate he gets from it, it was a business decision. Kasi hindi niya alam where he would be. Tingnan niyo nangyari kay Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was supposed to be the next one, di ba? D. Rose was, ando na siya papunta na siya that type of athleticism has never been seen. Siguro the only player comparable sa kanya at that time was Russell Westbrook. Pero because of those injuries, wala siyang nakuha. So LeBron wouldn't have been able to tell what the future held for him. So moving to Miami to get those rings and get that chip off his shoulder, literal, actually, makuha niya yung chip na yun. And then go back to the Cleveland Cavaliers and win a championship with them, with those players lang. Hindi ko naman dinidiscredit syempre yung mga players na nandun sa team na yun. Pero to pull that team from into a championship is something else, di ba? The move also papunta sa Lakers and to win a championship with them also tells you something. Even with the move to the Lakers, you'll see it was also a business decision. And to me, seeing all of this come into play, it has to be considered into the conversation kasi apart from syempre all the statistics and whatnot, pero yung over-encompassing na aspects ng decisions na ginawa ni LeBron, it was more for him and the team that he went to. Kasi gusto niya dalhin syempre ang Cleveland no? So for me, it should not affect the question of whether he was the greatest of all time if he is entitled to his own business decisions as a player.
Yan.
So, yes, LeBron, 20 years from now.
Yan. Salamat, Bergs. Maganda, maganda.
Maganda. Yan yung mga comments.
maganda yung sinabi mo, Bergs. Lalo na yung 20 years from now, he might be hailed as kasi hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Marami rin naman mga players nung 70s na talaga magagaling, pero yung mga tao na nabubuhay ngayon probably haven't heard about them, no? Lalo na yung katulad ng mga nasa 2000s pinanganak, syempre ang nakilala na nilang player was LeBron and Steph Curry. And I think yung magandang point na na-bring up mo. And also, not to hate on LeBron, di ba? I think LeBron is great. May mga accomplishment siya. And I think isa sa mga na-accomplish niya is yung pagiging durable niya. Yung sobrang haba niya sa league. Kaya nakamit niya yung mga accolades niya na meron siya ngayon. Di ba? So, hindi talaga siya pwedeng mawawala sa GOAT discussion. Kahit nasabihin mo ilang years pa yan from now. Hindi siya pwede mawala. Dahil kung stats-wise lang kasi, pwede mo na talaga ibigay sa kanya di ba? But then again, yung impact and yung mga decision nga niya na palipat-lipat ng team and all, parang namatay yung dynasty, yung story niya ba? Di ba? Pero, ito nga, gaya nga nung at least binanggit ni Bergs yung yung sa Miami, paglipat niya sa Miami. Nabura siya sa akin Nabura sa akin yun nung lumipat si Durant sa Golden State. Kaya, kasi worse yun If you can't beat them, join them Yun yung naging narrative nun Diba?
Pero ganito. Para magkaroon ng medyo mas may kulay. Bakit hindi si LeBron? Bakit hindi si Kobe? Samo?
Bigyan mo kami ng at least dalawang dahilan.
Kung bakit
hindi si LeBron, bakit hindi si Kobe?
Well, I'll get back with Berger's statement na in terms of like business decision for LeBron.
Hey.
Actually, I really love LeBron. When he came to the league, and I thought the first year was like a so-so year because he robbed the ROTY from Carmelo. I don't wanna debate about that, pero it was all media kasi binigay talaga sa kanya, the chosen one. The media is pushing for him to be that guy. Kobe is like, hey, I'm still here. Parang ganun ang story eh. So why am I not giving it to LeBron? Why am I not giving it to Kobe? I'll start with Kobe. It's all because of, like I said, I'm pointing out this phrase na I'm always giving it a parang statement na lagi ko sinasabi. It's the story eh. It's the story on how how you did it in your career. Kobe got his first three-peat when he was not the best player. That was Shaq. People are like forgetting about Shaq, but it was Shaq. If you take out Shaq from that team, I don't believe it's even a contending team with just a young Kobe, right? And in terms of achievements, we cannot disregard the achievements. Kobe has won MVP. I don't know if it's a media bias. Siguro ayaw siya ng tao. Could have had a couple more achievements on him individually. But there was this short period at his peak na I didn't even consider Kobe because he was playing in a mediocre team in his peak in 2004 to maybe 2007. He was irrelevant. Jordan was never irrelevant, to be honest. Even though he is competing with less, I believe that he had. I can't say na he had the most. He had the least supporting cast. MJ. Ayoko nga pag-usapan yung supporting cast na yan kasi lahat naman sila meron talagang supporting cast eh. Kobe, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Pau. LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Love, Irving, the list goes on and on. All perennial all-stars at their time.
AD.
Some from great to good. Alam mo yun, LeBron took a team, like a lesser team, into the finals. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. So, I give that credit to him. Diba? Pero Jordan, he had Pippen and somebody. That's all.
Huwag mo kalimutan
Six
yung
championships.
huwag mo kalimutan yung idol ni paring Taso.
Yeah, pero sabi ko nga, pagka pinagtatalunan naman, okay, sige. Si Jordan, for me, has the most support. Kasi, name a team that has 3 all-defensive first team playing in one team and 2 all-NBA first team playing in one team. Siya lang naman na may ganun eh. Wade was not a NBA first team nung kakampi niya si LeBron. Never was all-D nung kakampi niya si LeBron. Si Jordan lang yung merong ganong cast. Considering Phil, the greatest coach ever, I believe that he has the most support. But, like I said, going back to the story on how he did it, come on. LeBron took a detour.
Yeah.
Even though it's a business decision, he took a detour. He took a shortcut. Na I can't say na it's a coward's way na running from a team from a 66-win season, going to a team na in-invite ka ni Wade, and then you had the meltdown on the finals. Now you have to sit with Dwayne Wade na ini-interview ka and you're stuttering. Yun yung difference eh. He has to learn to be Jordan. Jordan came into the league as Jordan. He was given the logo, pare. Hanggang ngayon, prominent pa rin yung logo na yon. In comparison to Kobe, copycat, Xerox copy, sometimes carbon copy, pero still, Kobe is Kobe, di ba? Pero, yun nga eh, everybody's like fighting for second. Kasi, well, for me, it was a competition of rings. LeBron started this ring culture. Follow the leader. Player mobility. Kung ang si Kobe ang nag-umpisa nung parang game expansion and adaption, pag-adapt niya sa game, siya nag-umpisa niyan eh. From the 90s era to the 2010s, inadapt niya yan eh. Jordan started the player branding. LeBron started the player mobility. He started the most elite, literally, super team ever. No-compare nga eh. Chong, inumpisahan niya ng Houston Rockets noon pa yan eh. Meron ng Pippen, Hakim, Barkley. Tapos nasundan ng Lakers 2004, nagkaroon ng Gary Payton and Malone. Tapos nagkaroon ng Boston Celtics. Pero you cannot compare those people to LeBron James. They are not GOATs. We're dealing with 1:1:1. Yung pride, yung ego mo as a fan and ego mo as who you are in the league. You are the number one guy shifting to a team. Started this culture, ring culture. And at the same time, don't forget the magnitude na when he left Cavaliers to the Miami Heat, yung mga fans parang, we felt cheated. We felt parang, ano yan? Ang weak. Kakampi, ganito, ganyan. And then you had a meltdown. You got ruined by a 33-year-old Nowitzki who is like very desperate to win. That never happened to Kobe, but he lost. He lost to the Boston. Walang rear mirror kay Jordan eh. yung convincingly how he did things.
Yeah.
He stood against adversities. Never felt about business decisions and all that. It's all about the passion in the game, the culture of the game. Because when you talk about sports, it's not primarily hindi yan yung hindi yung main reason is the business eh. When you talk about sports, it's the story of winning.
Yeah.
The essence of winning. Yun yung for me Yun yung for me. So that's why I can't give it to LeBron and Kobe.
Yan.
Maganda. They have stains in their careers then in terms of winning basketball. And off the court, ano man natin pinag-uusapan yung pagiging philanthropist or kung ano man. We're talking about on-court basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll go back to the 20 years from now. I still don't believe na LeBron will be the GOAT. Baka nakakalimutan natin yung logo. It's still there. The logo is still there.
Ayan.
And when Muhammad Ali left boxing at the late 80s, early 90s, 40-something years from now, he's still the GOAT.
Yeah.
Regardless of who,
kung sino man.
sino man, still the GOAT.
Sorry Samo, kailangan i-cut ng konti kasi mayroon pa tayong dalawa na kailangan sabihin kung bakit hindi si Jordan, bakit hindi si LeBron. Simulan natin. Sige. Simulan natin si Kobe, no? Kobe, bakit hindi si Jordan? Bigyan mo ako ng at least dalawang tig-isang rason kung bakit hindi si Jordan, bakit hindi si LeBron.
Okay. So first yung kay MJ. So we must consider really naman, especially for the 90s kids like us, na MJ was the best. We have all his shoes all over the place. I mean, kapag ka tumitira ka, parang, uy, MJ, ayan, paano yung, you usually copy what he does, right? But going back to my point earlier, my opening statement, if you know from yourself from the beginning that you want to be the greatest of all time, then why would you have second thought to transfer sports? I mean, you would be fighting, you would be loving the game that you love as the greatest of all time with basketball in that sense. And one more thing that I want to consider is more on how your teammates perceive you. Kasi yun yung minsan hindi natatouch base eh. Yes, we had the Last Dance documentary wherein it featured all the career highlights of MJ. But why now it comes to a point wherein why his former teammates wants to conduct Noble's tour, right? So kumbaga, there's something that is really untold behind the scenes, okay, that this generation needs to know in terms of that. And I would not take away that he had a lot of championships and yung winning percentage, kumbaga, nandoon talaga kay MJ. But how you dealt with it and how you lived with it, what matters most, I believe. And that's what Kobe exemplifies in that case. So that's why for me, Kobe really embodied being the best player because he played through injuries and he valued the fans. So that's what most important is. I mean, valuing what he can bring into the game of basketball, but also what he could bring to the fans. I mean, the enjoyment of watching Kobe in game, playing through injuries and sacrificing his body and yung baga, time with his family. So that's why he's I would say the overall kumbaga, player in that sense. So nabanggit nga ni Samu kanina yung being philanthropist. So that's one factor as well, and all of them are being philanthropists on their specific fields. But as I would say, who did it better overall in impacting not only the game of basketball, but also with the game but also with the community that they live in. So yun yung sa akin. And then with LBJ, like before when he came to the league, I became instantly a fan of LBJ because it's really flashy. I mean, he really has that strong build. Kumbaga players would embody whether you're a big man or you're a point guard. Parang you want to be LeBron during that time because yung kanyang strength and yung kanyang IQ in dealing with the game. Okay. But like what Samo said, when he transferred to different teams, being the number one player, kumbaga that's what makes a lot of differences. Kumbaga, if you believed in yourself that you're the number one player, then from the beginning you would know that I can bring this team to the peak. Kumbaga, parang for me, he needs that realization to transfer teams to realize way back 2016 that he can win a championship with Cleveland Cavaliers. So kumbaga, it takes patience then, and kumbaga, it tests your character as a person and as a basketball player, whether or not you can do stuffs and believing in yourself. So that's one point. And then in terms of the business decisions going into that, I would say that I don't think that's the number one factor during the time, dealing with business decisions, because being the number one player or being, you're the best player, you know that businesses or people would come into you. I believe that it's just a matter of making the right decision in the businesses that you would deal into. But let's say transferring into teams during that time, it's not really a business decision because the business is there already for him to bank on. I mean, during that time. And I think that's the biggest factor that he did when he transferred, I mean, to Miami Heat because the Cleveland Cavaliers are really longing for a championship. And I believe during that time, he robbed the fans of that feeling that there's a hope that we could bring a championship to this city. And he needs to transfer team and then go back. And then, yes, he redeemed himself. But the process of doing that is something that could have been done better in my case, in my opinion. So that's what I could say that, I mean, with Kobe, he did everything. He won three-peat, and then after a few years, he won two-peat with LA Lakers with different cast. So even though he had different players within the roster, he stuck with the team, and he believed what the organization can bring to the city and also to the basketball itself. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yun.
Oh.
Maraming salamat, Kobe Bryant.
Doon tayo sa pinaka, feeling ko medyo may gigil na si Burger.
Si Bergs, manaipong gigil si Bergs. Yan. Bergs, tig-isang bigyan mo kami na
He was a Jordan guy, I believe. He was a Jordan guy.
Bigyan mo kami ng tig-isang rason kung bakit hindi si Jordan. Isang rason kay Jordan, isang rason kay Kobe.
Mahirap kasi sabihin na bakit hindi si Jordan no? Kasi overall, pag kinumpare mo yung dalawa, Jordan, based on statistics, based on decision making, masasabi kagad talaga na he's a better player than LeBron no? Pero the discussion here is the greatest no? So sa akin, when we're trying to compare LeBron to the two other players, hindi lang basta sa rings nakadepende, hindi lang din basta sa points lang alone Pero having to go through all that adversity, having to go through all that shit. Yung nabanggit ni Samo last time dun sa conversation natin na people feared Jordan, no, when they played, and nobody fears LeBron. So to that point lang, minor lang naman ito, syempre minor lang, just something for people to think about. No? When players fear another player, the way they perform is affected, no? So kung hindi sila takot kay LeBron, everybody is underestimating him. Everybody thinks that they can beat him. That makes all of the other teams much stronger when they compete against LeBron James. And this is what LeBron James has been facing every single season of his career, no? Na lahat ng players galit sa kanya, lahat ng players walang takot sa kanya, lahat ng players want to see him fall. And as a measure of a person to be able to overcome all of these things, I think is much greater than what everybody else has achieved. No? Okay, sige, si Kobe, meron siya nung court case niya, meron siya nung Achilles injury. Si MJ, flu game? Pero syempre, easy lang, kalma lang. Hindi naman natin sinasabi na it's just a flu, no, versus dun sa ni LBJ. Pero just imagine spending 20 years of your life, your career, in one game, and everybody just fucking hates you. Everybody just wants to see you fail. Everybody just wants to see you just not win any championships. And despite all of this, despite every single one of these things, he's still number one sa points. Nadala pa rin niya sa championship yung mga teams niya, nadala niya sa finals yung mga teams niya, no? I wouldn't say naman na siya lang mismo nagdala, no? Kasi another argument can be made that he made his teammates better players. Kahit na hindi siya kasing lakas na Mamba mentality or hindi kasing fierce ni MJ, but he was still able to produce results despite what was going on around him. And I think the true measure of not just a great player, but also the true measure of a person, a man, a competitor, is how they come back from failures, how they rise up ulit. And LeBron has been doing this over and over again. Kahit ngayon na natatalo ang Lakers, people still hate him for he's fucking 39 years old, and people still hate him and people still expect him. Isipin mo yun, everybody else, pangalan si Udonis Haslem, who fucking expects Udonis Haslem to perform at a peak level at that age, no? Pero with LeBron, andun pa rin yung pressure, and he's still proving everybody else wrong. Despite what everybody else is saying, despite what all the media attention he's getting. Doon sa point na business decision, I truly believe that, kasi may kita mo palagi that you should follow your heart, you always know what's best for you, all these things. So parang slightly unfair lang to think that LeBron was criticized that much for that decision. Yes, totoo naman. Na parang detour nga naman yun. But I think as a human being, to be afraid of something that you don't know may or may not happen, I think it's a normal reaction to what decisions you make. No? Sa akin lang, hindi ko naman alam kung anong nasa isip ni LeBron. Hindi ko na alam kung ano mga sinasabi ng media. But personally, I think that it's something that he just needed to do ba at that point. Kasi if he near impossible na alam mo yun, or it's gonna take such a long time to do. Pero pwede rin ma-argue naman na, kung ganun pala, hindi mo pala kaya mag-champion kung sa ganun. I think kaya, pero it's gonna take too long. I think it's gonna take too long. I still don't think he gave up on it. I just think that he wanted to get it out of the way. And then, alam mo yun, kasi lahat ng bagsak na yun lahat ng failures na yun, that takes its toll on you. So he needed a win. He needed a win for that. Okay, hindi ganun ka-classy siguro. That can be argued. Hindi ganun ka-classy yung move. Pero imagine the chosen one ka, all that pressure. I think most people will do the same thing. Nagkataon lang talaga na number one siya sa league at that time, and then moving to that other team. And he got criticized for it. Pero that alone should not discredit the greatness that he's done, despite all the shitstorm that he's gone through.
Mhm.
Grabe. Isipin mo halimbawa parang si Edu. Edu nasa New York ka. Syempre hindi ka naman goat wala ka naman sa goat conversation. Pero you made the decision to go over to New York to the US for a better future for your family, 'di ba? Kasi better opportunities eh.
Mhm.
So why should people hate on you just because you made all these moves because you were thinking of yourself? These people are exposed to the media 24/7, and to be able to do something for themselves should be a privilege, eh, 'di ba? Should be something that they are owed.
Yeah. Ano yan, totally understandable, ano. I'm sorry na nakat kita. Pero kailangan na kasing umalis ng isa nating guest, si Kobe Bryant. Maraming salamat sa iyong pagdalo sa ating
Thank you.
Kobe, thank you.
marami siyang aasikasuhin, no? So, yan. Thank you, Bry. Thank you so much. Balitaan ka namin.
Thank you, Ed Dasha. Berg said,
Yeah.
It's a healthy conversation. I'm looking forward to more of this.
Yep, yep.
Oo nga, gusto ko nga sana hindi masyadong healthy pero healthy. Next time natin gawin yan, yung medyo bardagulan ng konti. Pero ingat ka, Bray, ingat ka. Yan, maraming salamat.
Ingat, sir.
Maraming salamat sa ating
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
maraming salamat sa ating mga guest na
Intellectual masyado yung mga sinasabi nila.
maganda nga eh. Actually maganda, no? Medyo sumasabog yung utak ko, pare. Alas 3 na na madaling araw sa akin. Pero, you know,
Okay,
nakakasabay ako. Maganda.
Actually,
Ang ganda ng ang ganda.
gusto ko makipagbakbakan kay Samo. Kaya lang kasi masyadong mabigat yung fanhood niya eh. Alam mo yun, yung background niya at yung foundation niya. Pag nagbato kasi ako, alam mo yun, may stats sa likod niya na medyo scary ba? So kung mapapansin mo, yung parameters ng argumentation ko nanggagaling siya from an intangible point of view, which I think some people can also agree to. Pagka si Sam kasi salita, alam mo yan, ibang
Paano yung
ibang
history,
level lang ang conversation. Pero gusto
kasi,
ko may pagbakbakan sana sa kanya.
Keyboard warrior ako eh. Joke lang.
Hindi
Kasi
Hindi joke yun.
of course, you're learning things when you debate with other people din eh. Regardless kung saang race sila.
Actually,
And
Actually, ito gusto ko itang isali. Actually, Samo, gusto ko itang isali. May group kasi ako sinalihan na group sa
Goat
Facebook.
debate?
Hindi siya goat debate eh. Actually, po siya pare, siya eh, pang 2K siya eh. Nagtatanungan ng mga build, ganyan, my team, lahat and all. Tapos may isang, may isang nagko-comment doon, may isang Facebook user doon, na-comment siyang comment na si Lebron yung goat niya. Medyo naiirita na ako kasi, putsa, lagi na lang ganun eh. Diba? And, ewan ko ba kung bakit, pero walang sumasagot sa kanya, pare, post siya ng post. Everyday, man. Everyday. Kaya medyo nakakirita. Anyway, maganda yung ating maganda yung naging talakayan natin. And, yung history kasi, no? Yung history na dala nung Jordan eh, medyo mahirap pang tibagin.
mahirap talaga.
Mahirap tibagin. Kasi talagang
As of
Sobrang
now,
hirap.
mahirap tibagin. As of
Sobrang
now.
solid
Sobrang
talaga
hirap.
ng history.
Yes.
Saka lahat tayo dito, nasaksihan natin yun eh. Di ba? Nasaksihan natin yun.
Like if for example, if i-reverse nga, like if I'll be asked why LeBron is the GOAT, meron din akong reason for that. Kaya ko rin naman sigurong i-convince yung sarili ko and other Jordan fans na he's in the conversation. Just don't take it for granted. He's there.
He is.
You cannot be mentioned as the GOAT. And bakit hindi si Kareem? Bakit hindi si Magic? It's a different story. It's an overall package kasi talaga.
Tsaka din pare, nung 80s hindi pa ganun kaanong NBA katulad ngayon eh. Ka-worldwide ba? Diba?
Yeah, and at the same time, it's the character eh. Like, you cannot compare a Muslim Kareem to Jordan, which is talagang American tradition.
Tsaka
diba? You cannot.
Si Jordan din ng nagsimula din ng parang rebellion nung ginawa niya yung sapatos niya na hindi pwede sa NBA kasi hindi pinayagan yung kulay. Nag-decide siya na bayaran pa rin yung fee. para isuot. O yung Nike ba yung nagbayad? Tama ba ako? Something like that.
Nike nagbayad nun. Nike nagbayad.
Nike nagbayad.
At black and white lang. Pero kasi, dahil, actually, idea siya ni Nike. So, ito. Simpleng tanong. Para sa inyo, anong pinakamagandang moniker? King, Ernest, Mamba.
Mamba ako eh.
Ernest.
Oo, Mamba.
Ikaw, Sam.
Ernest.
Ako kasi gusto ko yung moniker ni LeBron eh.
King.
King of Kings. Oh, King of Kings.
Ang problema kasi diyan self-proclaim eh.
Yeah,
Sino?
pero still.
Actually, yun yung isa sa mga gusto ko i-point out yun yung isa sa mga kinakaayawan ng tao kay LeBron is yung self-proclaim na
narcissism niya.
Oo, na I am the greatest. And then kapag katulad niya nung ginawa niya kay Bronny na hinahype niya si Bronny, siguro nakita niya yung anong tawag dito, yung blueprint nila Barbol dun sa mga anak niya. Si LeBron ako bakit hindi ko pwedeng gawin yun sa mga anak ko, 'di ba? So ginawa niya biglang nagkaganon-ganon, kaya bigla naman siyang cambio na let him be, no? Bata pa yan, nagkasakit pa. Hayaan nyo lang siya mag-enjoy sa laro niya. Although, masyado niyang hinipe yung anak niya.
I believe that the LeBron James version that I love, I hated and loved again, retired when he left the Cleveland Cavaliers. He retired already. Yung version ng LeBron na I love, yung love and hate collide. Kasi ako, nag-LeBron ako nung 2016. Kasi like I really want the Cleveland to win a championship. Kaya ako LeBron that stretch niya when he came back to Cleveland. Never ako nag-Golden State I guess yun yung parang highlight sa akin, being a basketball fan, loving and rooting for LeBron. And when he left the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2018, parang for me,
masakit,
wala na yung LeBron James na yun. Yung the Cali version of LeBron, the LA Hollywood version of LeBron, yun na yung parang cringe na for me. Parang cringe na Parang, ano ba yan? Parang ang dami mong issues, ang dami mong cringe moments, ganito ganyan. Why don't you go back to your 2018 means and just play basketball, man? Like what you did to that team. You took that team to the finals in 2018 against a juggernaut na Durant, Curry. And at the same time, dun ko na-realize, Breda Bergs, na LeBron is the best plug-and-play player ever. The best plug-and-play player. Kahit nasabihin mong, when he went to a team and then, hey, punta kayo rito, yung sinong all-star na pwede. Nobody can do that. I mean, nobody else can do that. Like going to different franchises, inviting people to grab their rings with me and have this journey. Na I'll give you rings. Just hop in. The probability to win. So for me, he's the best plug-and-play player na I doubt na Jordan and Kobe can. Kasi
para siyang champion maker.
It was done by Harden. It was done by other MVPs like Westbrook and the other folks, Paul George, diba? They came together but they achieved nothing.
Actually, pasabi pa lang ako dyan pabanggit pa lang ako kay Kawhi Leonard merong may potential sana. May potential sana na maging ganun. Oo, kaso nga lang injure lang talaga. Pero may potential sana. It's because of this
load management luckily he got he succeeds sa Toronto when they applied that when they applied that parang strategy for him, yung practice na ganyan. Akala ng Clippers in the West gagana.
Hindi, mabigat yung West
Mabigat.
Last question. Last shot. Sino? Game 7 championship. Sino? Kanino bola?
Pre, sinabi mo na last shot.
LBJ was never a clutch
yan.
shooter, pare. Wala talaga siya nung clutch Siguro all throughout pwede. Pero yung gaya ng sabi rin ni Samo kanina, he has the tendency to break down din. Alam mo yun. So medyo mahirap na masabi. It has to be, MJ is laser. Laser ang kanyang focus eh. You give him that ball, wala
Alam mo na eh.
Wala na kaagad.
Oo,
Para
alam mo na eh.
sa akin lang ah. Sa akin lang ah.
MJ, Kobe? MJ.
MJ.
I'll go with I still believe dun sa right choice. I still believe na ganun. I doubt na Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and the others, even Jordan himself, if given an opportunity to do the right play, I'll still believe na in clutch moments.
I think sa point mo na yan, 2 beses na may lumigtas kay kay Jordan eh. Si John Paxson tsaka si Steve Kerr.
Yeah. Totoo yun.
Pero ang daming lumigtas kay LeBron. I guess,
Pero
kung sa ganyan, si Kobe lang talaga yung titira, pare. Si Kobe lang yung hindi papasa.
Si Kobe.
so when your life is sabi nga nila, when your life is on the line, who you want to take the shot? Di ba? Is it Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe?
Siguro ako, pare.
Ako kasi
Dalawa sagot ko. It's either Jordan or Kobe ako dyan, pare.
ako kasi
Kobe pa rin.
witness ako, brad.
Ay, Jordan ako, Jordan.
Yung mga taya ko na pera. Alam mo yun, yung ano yun. And every time talaga LeBron delivers for me. I'm sorry, pero
hindi, tama naman eh. Kasi
I'll go kasi I never watched Jordan nung alam mo yun.
yung
I never
talagang
grew
ano,
up with Jordan. Oh.
Yung umupusan ng bata ka pa.
Bata
Oo
pa
nga,
tayo
kaya
nun
nga.
eh.
So if I will choose the guy who will take the shot for me with all bets are off, as a witness, I'll go with LeBron. Did that to me like
hindi
Christ.
papasa.
Oh, 3 times.
Titira.
Ginawa niya sa akin
Titira.
yan. Oo, titira.
Okay.
He did that
Okay.
thrice, pare.
Wrap up na natin.
Pero bago natin i-wrap up, pare, mag-ano muna tayo dito sa mga nagko-comment sa atin,
Wrap up na question lang sa kanila. Sa kanilang dalawa. Gagawa ng first 5 na team. Sino? Main man nyo? Kanino?
Oh shit. Okay.
Ikaw,
Tama.
Bergs. Ikaw,
Masyadong
Bergs.
masyadong impromptu yan,
Shaq,
First 5.
Tim Duncan, LeBron, MJ, Curry.
Oo. Samo.
I'll go with flexibility in terms of like how I analyze the game na flexible sa lahat ng era.
Mhm.
I'll go with Jason Kidd as my prime kid as my point guard. Kasi sa shifting defenses, 'di ba? Who you want to go with? Curry guarding LeBron or Kidd guarding LeBron? So, I'll go with Kidd. Kahit sinong shifting, kahit sinong switch, I'll go with Kidd. Shooting guard, no-brainer. 'Di ba? I'll go with Jordan. Best shooting guard ever. Small forward, I'll go with the number 2. For me,
Oh.
LeBron James, kasi he can take the back seat. Diba? He
Yep.
can take the back seat and still score consistently, averaging 22, 25 points with 9 assists. 10. Power forward, medyo ano ako dito. Medyo I'll go to the modern side. I'll go to the modern side. I'll go with Giannis as my power forward.
Ooh.
And for my center, kasi I want all 5 to be all defensive. I'll go with the Dream, Hakeem.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ikaw, Ed. Sali
tayo?
First 5 lang naman eh.
Sige. Siguro ako, pare,
ikaw.
point guard ko, pare, Magic. No?
Mhm.
Feeling ko kasi ito yung pinaka true point guard eh. True point guard, pare. Na may height. No, na may height, na may length, may speed, magaling. IQ. Para ma-disseminate niya ng mabuti yung yung bola, di ba? Shooting guard ko, pare, syempre, no-brainer yan. Michael Jordan ulit ako. Hindi ko na kailangan explain kung bakit. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam kung, pero sasabihin ko na lang. Yeah.
Sinabi mo Durant, bro.
Lebron, pare. Lebron ang ko.
Hey, let's
Lebron
go.
ang
Lebron.
ang ko. Ang tres ko. Ang
Siyempre, 1-2.
ang
1-2 agad.
forward ko. Pare,
Ano talaga siya?
gaya ni Samo, gusto niya ng power forward na play. Siguro ako power forward ko, pare, no. Para maganda yung pagkakabuo ng team ko, na realize ko. Kay Dirk ako, pare. Dirk ako magpa-power forward. Yung versatility, yung shooting, pare. Lalo na yung yung championship Dirk, pare. Grabe
Can
yun.
post, can stretch,
Grabe yun.
no?
Lahat siya, pare. Pwede siyang mag-stretch lahat. Tapos most dominant center, pare. Shaq.
Mhm.
Yan. Ikaw.
Not a fan of Shaq. Ewan ko bakit.
Yung
Ewan ko.
Puro
yung
Boston
prime
yan.
Shaq, hindi,
Tasho.
hindi yung Shaq na Celtics, pare. Yung Shaq na Celtics, mga Shaq Tinaful na yan eh.
Ako pare,
Jabel
mas
Magina yung datingan nun eh.
point guard ko siguro Rondo. Modern. Modern yan, pare. Siyempre, shooting guard, Jordan. Small forward. The best small forward, LeBron James. Power forward ko, defense tayo eh.
KG.
Gusto ko si Rodman.
Ala ko KG.
So-
KG Kanyaleta.
Baka singko
Kaya
niya.
niya. Kaya kanyang bantayan kahit na gaano kakalaki.
Ah.
Siya lang ang power forward na nakapag-stop kay Shaq.
Mm. True.
And then,
Rebounds.
siyempre, pinaka-dominanting center para sa akin, Shaquille, pare.
Ala ko
Pag
Ben
nabuo-
Wallace, pare.
Pag nabuo mo yun, pare, ewan ko na lang. Yung depensa nun, yung opensa nun, magagaling kay Jordan, kay LeBron, kay Shaq. Tapos meron kang defensive player na guard at saka power forward na re-rebound ng 20 plus per game. Nandiyan pa si Shaquille. Ewan ko na lang kung makakuha kayo na rebound dun sa team na yun.
Ito last. Gusto ko to eh. Na-realize ko lang, magandang tanong to eh. Yung mga player na injury prone, sinong sixth man nyo kung i-healthy sila? Yung
Ikaw,
mga
Samo.
yung mga hindi nag-succeed dahil na injury sila yung gagawin yung sixth man diyan sa
Oh,
nyo.
isa lang.
Isa lang. Siya yung gagawin yung 6 man dyan sa nyo, sa 5 nyo.
If I will rely on like syempre, my team is pure defensive team. Wala nga akong shooting eh.
Mm.
'Di ba? Sandali lang.
Dapat yung mga player na unhealthy, pare.
Oo, yung laging injured yung sayang.
Kasi I'm looking for instant offense eh. Alam mo 'yun? Kasi yun yung kulang ko eh.
Dami niyan, pre.
Dami.
Basa ka sa comments, dami nagsasabi, pre. Iisa sinisigaw ng mga tao, pre.
Oo, lahat to dinos.
Hindi kasi ako kay D-Rose eh.
Jamoran.
Pero
Alala ko na naman yung meme na Jamoran.
Si
I'll go with the first prototype. Best utility player, Grant Hill.
Nice. Naunahan niya ako doon. Actually, Grant Hill din ako. Pero go.
Ikaw, Berg, ikaw.
Lagi siyang, kasi nung time nila sa 80s, lagi siyang injured nun. Pero naglalaro pa rin kasi siya nun kahit may ankle sprain siya. Parrish.
Robert
Parrish.
Robert.
Ikaw, Tazo.
pare.
Naglalaro pa rin siya
Ako?
Ano ba si tama? Ano ba si Robert Parrish? Power forward yan, tama?
Centro.
Power forward, tama.
5.
Intro yun, si The Cheap. Ako? Para sa akin, injured na nasayang na go for the point guard pa rin. Penny.
Pwede.
Pwede siya.
Kundi-
Pwede siya.
It's either Penny or T-Mac.
Consider mo ba si T-Mac na injured? Nung latter part lang naman yan ng na injured si T-Mac.
Kaya medyo siya, pero Penny.
Stick mo na si Penny, Sayang si Penny, no? Ako, naunahan ako na yan eh. Naunahan ako ni Samu sa Grantil eh. Kaya yung sagot ko medyo kakaiba to, pare. Healthy Ben Simmons, pare.
O pwede.
Ben Simmons.
Healthy Ben Simmons, pare. Healthy Ben Simmons. Yung
Anong
walang
Ben Simmons yan? Yung
walang kaletsyan sa likod, pare.
Yung walang walang talangka sa utak.
Pare,
yung unang taon na pumasok siya
yung cheat siya sa
puta, ibang klaseng Ben
Oo.
Simmons yun.
Cheat sa 2K yun, pare. Sobrang cheat sa 2K yun.
Grabe si Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Shoulda, woulda,
Wrap
coulda.
up.
Diba?
Ano?
Wrap up.
Ayan. Okay, so thank you. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumubaybay, nanood, nakisali. And gaya ng pinangako namin, no, mamimili kami ng winner. Dito sa comment section. And may mga nag-comment kung bakit nag-comment nila kung sino yung mga yung mga goat nila. Kaya lang yung iba hindi nila sinabi kung bakit. May mga nakita ako na si Dwayne Wade. Pero si Mr. Ryan Bisido si paulit-ulit lang na Dwayne Wade, Father Prime the Flash. Sana sinabi mo kung bakit eh. Ayan.
Pero ito naman tayo pareho naman tayo na napili kung sino panalo.
So namili kami ni Tasio kung sino panalo, no? Papasend na lang namin dun sa winner. And mag-reach out kami doon sa winner. Kung sino. Pero syempre sasabihin din namin kung sino yung winner. Tapos bago namin sabihin kung sino yung winner, cut off ngayon sa last na episode, cut off ngayon yung para sa Aqua Plus. So magra-raffle kami sa Thursday or bago mag-Thursday para manalo naman yung nung second na Aqua Plus. So ang pinili namin ni Tasio na winner na talagang nag-comply, nagsabi siya kung bakit yun yung goat niya.
Google siya.
Nag-Google siya, kinapi-paste niya sa Google yung mga stats. Natuwa ako kasi talagang tsaka nandito siya since day one. Pinili namin ni Tasio ay si
Iggy Sandoval.
Yan. So, Iggy,
Let's go, Iggy.
yan. Congratulations sa'yo, Iggy. Papadala namin sa'yo yung Aqua Flask. Hintay mo lang yung message namin. Reach out lang din ako sa Team Graffiti. Siya yung siya yung sponsor natin for today's episode. Yan.
Iggy, picture tayo ha. Picture tayo tapos
pag na-receive mo na yung Aqua Plus, picture mo na lang, tapos send mo sa amin. Kami nang bahala doon, lalagyan namin ng drawing yung mukha mo. De, joke lang. Ayan. Maraming salamat, guys. Maraming salamat. Sana sumubaybay ulit kayo sa susunod naming basketball diaries. Yan. Ayoko namang sabihin Dayo series. Masyado naggagaya. Pero Tuesday na K4K, tungkol yan sa NBA basketball. Yan. So, konting shoutout tayo, no? Sabi ni JP Paz, shoutout brother Samu at Tasio. Yan.
baka okay na yan.
Lebron yan, pare.
Lebron, pero ang unang idol niyan is Melo. Teammate ko nung
si
high school.
Melo.
Still doing great basketball at age 34, 35.
Nice.
Shoutout kay JP Paz.
Yan.
Still a prime player.
Also kay Ryan Bisido, no? Kasi gumawa siya ng Oracle para na lineup. Nilagyan niya tayong lahat doon. Ako pa yung shooting guard Pucha, yan. Okay, very good. Salamat Mr. Ryan Bisido. Siyempre kay Alvin Ramos. Kay Francis de Guzman. Yan. RJ, of course. Tropa ko si Jerome. Yan. Si Alvin Ramos. Yan. Maraming salamat. Tsaka nanood si Idol. Ang isa sa mga GOAT conversation sa Green Park yan, pare. Yan. Uy, salamat ulit. Tsaka salamat sa mga nag-send ng stars. Salamat kay Jerome Divina. Nag-send siya ng dalawang beses, no? Na tig 50. Very good. Thank you so much. By the way, pare, plug ko na din. Si Jerome, pare, may may podcast din yan. It's all about wrestling naman, pare. Kung fan kayo ng wrestling. WWE. Pare, solid yan. Ever since bata kami, pare, kumakain pa kami ng tae. Yan, fans na ng WWE yan, pare. At ang pinaka-paborito niya, alam ko kung sino, Triple H yan. Pinanood ko yung podcast nila Yan.
Siyempre, King of Kings.
Yan. Sali kami doon minsan. Yan. Thank you. Also, maraming salamat din kay Mr. Eli Sarce sa pag-send ulit ng stars. Thank you so much sa panonood sa amin. Alright, guys. Maraming salamat. Next Tuesday, ito ulit. ibang topic naman. Titigilan na natin yung GOAT conversation kasi hindi na naman natatapos yan.
Never ending yan.
Oo, hindi matatapos yan.
Never ending yan.
Kahit na matulog ka ngayon, next week yan pa rin yan. Ayan. Okay, maraming salamat. Sa Thursday naman, meron ulit tayong isa pang episode. Again, babalik naman tayo sa usapang lalaki, pag-ibig, ano ba yung mga ayaw natin mga lalaki, mga ganong klase, no?
Bakit kailangan
Bakit ka kailangan magpatuloy? Oo naman, Jerome. Sobrang solid yan, pare. Okay. Maraming salamat, guys. Again, abangan nyo kami sa Thursday. Ibang usapan naman. Hopefully, may kasama na tayong babae nun. Para meron namang babae na point of view. Yan. Okay? So, uulitin. Again, maraming salamat. Kami po ang K4K. Peace.